At the invitation of the Japanese Prime Minister Kishida, Honorable Prime Minister will be traveling to Hiroshima, Japan tomorrow morning, 19th of May, to participate in the G7 summit, where India has been invited as a guest country. This would be the first leg of Prime Minister's three-country visit. The G7 summit itself, this time around, has chosen several key priorities for the current presidency. The broad terms of the G7 summit preferences, in particular regarding their outreach with the invited guest countries, is 1. On nuclear disarmament, 2. On economic resilience and economic security, 3. Regional issues, 4. Climate and energy, 5. Food and health, and development. There are other priorities also, such as digitization and science and technology, which would get highlighted in various sessions during the G7 summit. India's participation at the G7 summit in Tokyo would be structured around 3 formal sessions. 2 of them would be held on 20th of May and the third one on the 21st. The 2 structural sessions on the 20th are, first one that relates to food, health, development and gender equality. The second session is on climate, energy and environment. And the third session on 21st of May is titled Towards Peaceful, Stable and Prosperous World. India's regular participation at the G7 summits clearly points to increasing recognition that India should be a part of any serious effort to resolve global challenges, including those of peace, security, development and environment preservation. This is even more salient in the context of our ongoing presidency of the G20 and our particular efforts to prioritize the interest and concerns of our fellow country members of the Global South. Ahead of Prime Minister's participation in the G7 summit, India has also participated in several ministerial level meetings of the G7, including in particular of the one relating to climate, energy and environment, 2 relating to digital and technology, and 3rd relating to health and finance. On the sidelines of the G7 summit, besides his interaction with the G7 countries and other guest countries in the 3 structural sessions that I mentioned, Prime Minister will also hold bilateral discussions with several leaders of the G7, as also with the guest countries and the international organizations. Just to mention that besides India, Japan as the G7 presidency has also invited Australia, Brazil, Comoros, Cook Islands, Indonesia, Republic of Korea and Vietnam, and some of the international organizations including the United Nations.